Alright guys, shall we start? Good morning, or is it afternoon?
Afternoon.
Morning.
Is it 11 or 12?
So 12. Okay, it's 12 already, yes, afternoon. Alright, in the previous class, we talked about, in the previous classes we did demand separately and supply separately. That was what we did previously. Demand, the quantity of goods and services consumers are willing to buy at a given price and time. That's demand. Supply, the quantities or the amount of goods producers are willing to produce at a given price and time. Supply. So there is a point where both demand and supply meet or intersect. And that is what we want to talk about today. We call it equilibrium. Producers are willing to produce. Consumers should be willing to buy. So we don't just produce goods. We produce goods for customers. And those customers are here, not in heaven. Yes or no? So it simply means that whatever goods and services we produce, it is expected of consumers to buy them. Consumers will not buy. Yes?
So you're saying when demand and supply clash, that means
Equilibrium. Yes. But it has to be with price. And that is what I wanted to explain right now. So, as consumers, it is assumed that consumers behave rationally, right? We are supposed to be a rational consumer. And what's a rational consumer? Consumers that wants to derive satisfaction in the consumption of any commodity. So we derive what? Utility. So if I have bought this marker, it means in the course of buying this marker, in the course of using this marker, I derive what? Utility, which is what? The amount of satisfaction from the marker. So I derive satisfaction using this marker. That makes me a rational consumer. So most of the time, when you look at the law of demand and you look at the law of supply, both of them have something in common. And what is it? You know the law of demand, right? What's the law of demand?
When the consumers
And the price is higher, the quantity is
It's
lower.
whatever the consumers and buyers want. Like, for example, if it's winter, they would want clothes during the time.
I
When
said
the
the
demand-
law. Yes.
When the supply is high,
Hold on, please. Yes.
When the price increases, the quantity
Reduces. Okay, that's one of yes. Then what about supply?
supply is when the
Ah,
demand
the
increases,
quantity
the
and
supply decreases.
the
When
price,
what?
the quantity
Demand
and the
increases.
Supply. You're talking about supply. You're mentioning demand.
Yeah, if the demand increases, the supply decreases.
No.
If the
the
price,
price is lower,
if
the quantity is lower,
increases, the
and
supply
the price
goes
is
down.
higher, the quantity is
And
higher.
if
Yeah.
the supply is high, the price
Isn't
goes
it, right?
down.
When the price I is higher,
No, when the price is high, the supply lowers.
increases. That is the law of supply. So basically, the law of supply has a relationship between a positive relationship with price. The law of demand has a negative or inverse relationship with price. But what do they have in common? With what?
They both depend on.
Price. So the common thing between demand and supply is what? Price. So we wouldn't talk about demand and supply without mentioning price, which simply means that consumers are conscious about price. Producers also react because of price. Do we get it? Sit down properly, please. Thank you. So the most common thing, like I said, is what? Price. So which simply means consumers want to buy where the price is right. Producers want to sell when the price is what?
High.
Right. Does it make sense now?
Yes.
The law of demand says the lower the price, the higher the quantity demanded. Yes or no?
Yes.
The law of supply says the higher the price, the higher the quantity supplied. Yes or no? So it simply means that both consumers and consumers want to buy when the price is right for them. I wouldn't buy if it is expensive for me to buy. Producers want to sell when it is profitable for them. I wouldn't want to sell if I'm not going to make profit out of it. Yes or no?
Yes.
So which simply means that both consumers and producers are conscious about price. Consumers because they want to derive satisfaction. Producers because they want to derive what? Profit. So it simply means we have to meet at a point. And the point of contact between consumers and producers is what? The market. That's the point of contact between producers and suppliers, yes or no? Do you understand what the market is? Subjuma market, Medina market, market, a place where producers and consumers will meet. Now, we're going to meet in this market at a price. Yes or no? So the price both consumers and producers agreed upon to buy and sell is called what? Equilibrium price. So what we need to understand is that if all things are equal, without government intervention, without any economic agent intervention or interference, the market will be what? At equilibrium. Which simply means if everything is fine, no interference, no intervention, the price will be right for consumers and the price will be right for producers. So look at what I wrote here. I wrote, without interference by government or any economic agents in the market will be what? At equilibrium. Without any intervention, without any interference, if everything stays the same, ceteris paribus, the market will be cleared. The market will be at equilibrium. And what is equilibrium? Equilibrium implies to what? Where the market is cleared. Is the agreement between the quantity demanded and the quantity supplied. That is equilibrium. Both demand and supply equals, yes?
Equilibrium is where the demand and supply here both meet, right?
Yes. They equal at that point. Do we understand what equilibrium is here? Okay, so look at it here. Where the market is clear. In essence, the quantity demanded and is the same as the quantity supplied. So it's all about the quantity demanded and the quantity supplied. They have to meet at the same point. So look at it with the graph. We have the price as 5, the quantity as 10. They meet at this point. The demand curve and the supply curve are intersecting at this point.
The same.
Yes or no?
Yes.
So that means producers are willing to sell at the price of 5. Consumers are willing to buy at the price of 5. So both consumers and producers are willing to sell 10 quantities at the price of 5. Consumers are willing to buy the 10 quantities at the price of 5.
So it's an agreement between both.
There's agreement. And because there's agreement between them, the market will be cleared.
What does it mean by clear?
It is assumed that all the products produced in the market are sold. We call it the market clearing price.
Are sold and bought.
Yes. That's market clearing price. So, in equilibrium, we have equilibrium price, equilibrium quantity, equilibrium points. The price of agreement between the quantity demanded and the quantity supplied is equilibrium price. The point of agreement between quantity demanded and quantity supplied, equilibrium point. The quantity of agreement between quantity demanded and quantity supplied, equilibrium quantity. Do we get it?
Yeah.
Any question up to now? So I've explained virtually everything here. So we have equilibrium point. The point of agreement between quantity demanded and quantity supplied. Equilibrium price. The price of agreement, which is what? 5. So in the exams, they might ask you, what is the equilibrium price here?
It's whatever the graph is showing.
Yes, 5. So maybe let's just go, for example, let's have a schedule like this. So we have the quantity demanded, the quantity supplied. We're going to use the law of supply, the law of demand and law of supply in euros. Let's say we have 5, 10, 15. Quantity demanded at 5, let's say 100. Here, let's say 80, 10, 80. Let's say 90. No, I have to use the same, sorry. I have to use the same thing here. I want it to be 80 here. And let's say 60 here. Yeah, 60 at 15, 40. Yes.
May I go to last one?
Yes, you can. So look at the point here. Look at here. When the price is 5, the quantity demanded is 100. When the price the quantity supply is 60. Based on the law of demand and law of supply, the lower the price, the higher the quantity demanded. The lower the price, the lower the quantity supplied. Yes or no?
Yes.
Great. When the price increases to 10, the quantity demanded reduces. The quantity supplied increases. The higher the price, the higher the quantity supplied, the lower the quantity demanded. Yes or no?
Yes.
And when the price increases to 15, the quantity demanded fell drastically, and the quantity supply increased drastically. Yes.
But sir, I have a question. That's the supply, right?
Quantity supply, quantity demand.
But how does it, why would they supply more if the demand is less?
No, that's why I told you yesterday we were talking about variables. When we're talking about demand, we assume supply doesn't have anything to do with it. And when we are talking about supply, we assume demand doesn't have anything to do with it. Without that, we'll be missing them up.
But like for example, if there's a low demand of something, why would they want to supply more? There's going to be higher quantities of it.
Yeah, one of the reasons why we demand more is probably because the price is less. But
Like for example, when there's a high demand, you would want more supply to fulfill the
let me
demand.
explain it to you. Demand and supply works together. Most of the time, when demand for a product increases, the price rises, yes or no? These are price mechanisms. It's another topic entirely. But we just want to understand what demand is and what supply is separately. But when it comes to real terms, we need supply and demand to work. So, in real sense, in reality, when the demand for a product increases, the price of the product would rise because producers will increase the price. Now, I'm talking about producers now.
The price increases, so they're going to supply more.
Yeah, but we don't want to talk about that because when we talk about that right now, it's going to affect your understanding about demand and supply. What we want you to understand first is demand separately, supply separately, without interference between demand and supply. We can't demand for a product without the suppliers producing it, yes or no?
Yes.
But we want you to understand what demand is separately and what supply is
So you don't
separately.
get confused.
Yes. But we can't talk about demand without supply. We can't talk about supply without demand. But we must not put them together. So here, let's go back to the schedule. So the schedule here we have 5, 10, and 15. These are the market price.
Yes.
But there's equilibrium here. Where is the equilibrium?
80.
So the equilibrium price is what?
10.
So this is the equilibrium price. And the equilibrium quantity is what?
80.
You don't get it. So this is a market. The quantity supplied, the quantity demanded. When the price was 5, the quantity demanded is 100, the quantity supply is,
Because the price is low.
yes. Consumers reacted by buying more.
Yeah, they want to value their money.
Producers reacted by producing less. That's the reaction in the market. When the price increases slightly, from 5 to 10, consumers reacted by buying less. Producers reacted by producing more. And when the price increases further to 15, consumers, based on the law of demand, there's inverse relationship. Consumers stop buying. They stop buying drastically. Producers, they start producing more.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
What?
It doesn't make sense.
It
Why?
makes sense because producers are producing more because they want to derive profits.
But who's going to buy the profit if the demand is low?
I told you, don't think about demand when you're talking about supply.
But you said they both depend on each other, no?
Here, they are separate. We are talking about,
Oh,
we're talking about price and the reaction of consumers separately and the reaction of producers separately.
Okay.
Yes.
So whenever you want to buy from the supplier, you get it for less than 10, and then you sell it for 10.
That is something else. That is transaction.
Okay, how is it profitable?
For producers, when the price increases for producers, they produce more because that allows them to make more profit. Producers,
You produce the 120 and then they sell 40.
no,
They're
I
not-
told you, these are different reactions. Please, don't put them together. We're talking about price and the reaction of, stop that already. We're talking about price and the reaction of consumers, price and the reaction of producers. They are separate situations. Don't put them together. They are not in the same situation, but they have different reactions at any point in time. This is all about the reactions of consumers and producers because there's a change in price. You don't get it?
You don't-
Please. I know your curiosity. It's about, why do we produce 80 or why do we produce 60 and you want to buy 100? No, they are not buying.
They're all separate.
They are separate. They are entity at this point. But what we need is their reaction at this point. What is the reaction of consumers? What is the reaction of producers?
So not everyone's gonna buy. It's just
Yeah. Where they're going to buy is this point. 80 is produced, 80 is sold.
So it's all clear.
It's all clear. So we need to find a point where we both agree.
Which is 80.
Alien.
Yeah, we can't agree at this point.
Because it's not the same amount, it's not fair.
Yeah.
You need equal the same amount.
so we need which price is suitable for customers.
Both consumers and
Supply.
Suppliers.
yes.
Where they both reach an agreement.
Now, let's quickly go back to this. This is disequilibrium. This equilibrium. I'm not supposed to teach you this, but we are there already. This is called disequilibrium, and this is disequilibrium,
What's the difference?
and this is equilibrium.
Equilibrium.
It's like the demand and supply are the same.
They are not at the same level. It's not clear.
Oh.
Disequilibrium.
It's not at the same level. as
Yes.
equilibrium. Yes,
So the only point where we have that we are both want to buy and sell
yes. At the equilibrium.
at equilibrium.
Mm.
Yes.
Do I answer your questions now?
Yes.
So we need a clearing price, and the clearing price is 10. 80 was produced, 80 was produced, 80 was sold.
So instead, I missed my name to Ahmed again.
Okay, so when you look at this graph, I could draw a graph to represent this, but demand and supply is not equally. So it simply means consumers want to buy more, producers are producing less. Here, consumers have a lot, producers have a lot, consumers are buying less because they don't buy when the price is high. Consumers want to buy more, they find less. Producers will not produce when the price is less. Do we get it?
Yes.
This is the reason. Consumers or producers want to make more profit. That's profit maximization. This is the level they can make more profit. Yes or no?
Yes.
And this is the level consumers will make more satisfaction. So we need to come up into the middle.
Which is 80 and 80. Where they both agree to sell at that room.
So that is what equilibrium is. So in the exam, they might ask you, show the equilibrium price. And where's the equilibrium price?
This, the one on the bottom, this equilibrium,
Disequilibrium, yeah.
and the one on the top,
Disequilibrium.
it's the same thing, right?
Yes, because
It means they don't agree.
no agreement.
Whenever they're equal, then that means
There's agreement. Because the market has to be cleared.
So they both sell.
The market is not cleared, it is in disequilibrium.
It's only cleared in the equilibrium.
Yes. Now look at the first paragraph here. I said, without interference by government, right?
Interfere.
Without interference by government or any economic agent, the price, the market is, the market is expected to be cleared. Yes or no? Now let's look at the situation. Government interference,
What would they do when they do interfere?
taxation,
They tax them.
government taxes. If government tax firms, the cost of production increases. Yes or no?
Yes.
They would not want to sell at 10. They would rather sell at.
15, so they can make profit because the government's gonna take 5.
Do you see it now? So, with government interference, they're not going to sell at the same price they used to sell. That's some government, yes?
But if we have to be in agreement, that means the government has to agree to.
Government has to be aside us. Government has to leave us the way we are. That's why I said, without government interference.
So if government interferes, it's going to be a disequilibrium.
No.
Disequilibrium, yes.
The taxes are for like extra stuff. Like,
No, taxes are levied on production, consumption. It's a levy, it's a compulsory levy.
It's not.
It's inevitable.
It's
It's not for
fixed.
us. It's for the country.
No, taxes is for government to make, that's revenue from government. Now, that is on government, right? Taxation. Another way is this. Government might use subsidy.
Subsidies.
Yes.
Isn't that to help to produce more?
No, yeah,
For the
to
supply.
produce, now to consumers now.
Yeah,
So if government uses subsidy, the price drops from 10 to what?
to 5.
To 5.
So the consumers can buy.
Consumers want to buy more than what is being produced. Disequilibrium again.
What does
So-
subsidy mean?
what? Subsidy, a financial help from government. It's the opposite of taxation. In taxation, you pay government. In subsidy, government gives you.
Do we have to return it?
No, it's a subsidy.
Sometimes,
It's not a loan, it's not a grant.
Just no.
sometimes you have to return it.
No. Subsidy, no.
No?
No.
Because they give you the money.
Yeah, it's a financial help. You don't physically see the money. You don't physically see it. They just make the product to be cheaper.
Like, for example, they'll tell a company to lower the price of bread so
Yes.
people can buy it.
Yes. Do we get it?
Taxes, government, we have it in Philippines.
Yeah, sure. I pay tax. I pay tax on my visa residence, I pay tax. I pay tax on my electricity. I pay tax.
Yeah.
On my ticket, I pay tax. VAT, we call it VAT. Value added tax. Ticket to travel, I pay tax.
Mm.
On my visa, I pay tax. It's tax. Do we get it?
Yes.
Yes.
And the exam, are you gonna bring in the graph or the?
No, probably you might be the one drawing the graph.
This
I don't.
one's easier. usually.
Yeah, this guy is
Yeah,
it.
صح.
Now it's easy. Yes.
So on the graph,
The
you
schedule
want,
is easier.
for example, that's the quantity demand. Where does it go, on the left or on the x-axis or the y-axis?
It doesn't go.
Yeah. Okay. Then just draw the graph now. Let's see.
Yeah, can you draw the graph
Yeah,
depending on
sure,
this
sure.
graph?
Sure. We have zero, we have the price here and the quantity here.
Mhm.
We have the quantities we have
100.
we have
100.
now the graph is going to be longer than this. But
You
what
have
we
a
need here
range.
is to take this out first.
So you're gonna do 80 in the quantity,
Yeah, 10,
80,
80.
and then you're gonna line them up.
Yeah, so.
Do we need to have
No,
to do
no,
the
you
X?
don't need to, I just have to. So this,
The X,
The equilibrium
Yeah, this
is
is
the point of
equilibrium, yeah.
intersection,
supply and demand.
so this supply,
and that's demand.
That's the equilibrium
so this is
point,
the
right?
equilibrium price and the equilibrium quantity.
And that's from in the middle. That's the point.
And what about
This is the answer.
That's the answer for that. That's equilibrium.
So in the exam, you're gonna give us the schedule and we do this.
I don't know. The exam will come whatever way it has to come.
But here on the bottom, like the bottom line, no, up,
Okay?
the 80,
Yes.
but where's the other 80? There's two 80.
No, because supply and demand.
Oh.
And they're in one
The
point.
quantity of agreement. Look at what we said
Because
about.
it's the same.
Yeah,
80.
equilibrium point.
Okay, but
It
what
is the point of agreement.
yeah, but what if you want to draw, for example, 5, 160?
That's the demand curve separately, supply curve separately. So we don't need this equilibrium. We need
You
what?
only equilibrium.
Equilibrium.
You never tell us to draw this equilibrium.
Yeah. The market is at disequilibrium. It doesn't make sense. Do we understand equilibrium
So
now?
this graph here represents where both companies come to
Agreement.
Okay.
Is it clear? Alright.